Hello everyone, in this video we'll discuss William Wordsworth's sonnet number 127. There is another video that gives the detail of what is sonnet, how sonnet was introduced in England, what is Shakespearean sonnet, and what is Spenserian sonnet, another type of sonnet. So you can go in that video and watch it thorough. This is a Shakespearean sonnet that consists of 3 quatrain and 1 couplet. Let's first go for the synopsis of this sonnet, what this sonnet talks about. In this sonnet, poet defends his love of a mistress who does not meet the conventional standard of beauty. So what was the conventional standard of beauty? That must be fair, must be white, must be bright, claiming, but the poet's beloved, his mistress, she has dark complexion. Dark complexion does not mean black complexion, it means dull complexion, or she has dark eyes and hair, and perhaps the skin is dark too, and they are the new standards of beauty. He claims that now is the new standard of beauty, and why he will talk about it. Because in the old version of beauty, blonde hair, white hair, and the light skin, that was considered beautiful. And because this light skin and blonde hair, this was complemented or augmented, increased by the cosmetics. So now this kind of the beauty that is enhanced or created by the cosmetics through the help of the cosmetic is no longer trusted or considered beautiful. So this is his argument in the poem. Just to revise that this sonnet, all of William Shakespeare's sonnet, was published in the quarto of 1609. This is the first point to remember. Second point to remember is he has altogether written 154 sonnets. Among 154 sonnets, first 126 sonnets are dedicated to a young man whose name is unknown, but there are initials WH, and rest 28 sonnets are dedicated to a dark lady. So we also know the identity of this dark lady. So because this 127 number sonnet, so it belongs to dark lady series. In the sonnet, William Shakespeare has covered a lot of number of themes like love, time, infidelity, beauty, jealousy, mortality. So in this sonnet he has talked about the standards of beauty. So he starts with, this is the first 4 lines. These are the first 4 lines, and you can see the rhyme scheme is A, B, A and B. Fair, air, name and shame. So he says in the old age, he claims that in the old age, black was not counted fair. Somebody who was black, who was dark, whose complexion was not light, they were not counted fair, they were not counted as beautiful. And then he says, then even if it were counted good, it bore no beauty's name. If somebody's skin was not light and not bright, and it had dark shade, so the person was not considered beautiful. But now he says, now is black beauty's successor. See how we read it, now is black, अब black है, क्या है black? Successor of beauty. Beauty's successive heir. Heir is uttaradhikari, something that successes. So he says that now according to new standard of beauty, this darkness, that not having the light skin, is considered beautiful. And he says beauty slandered with a bastard same. Why it is? Because the real beauty, the natural beauty, has been slandered, has been criticized, has been slandered with the bastard name, because the real beauty has been illegitimate. So now the question is, what has made the real beauty illegitimate? किस चीज ने real beauty को illegitimate बनाया है? So now the poet says in next 4 lines, So again we have the 4 lines. You can see even 8 is written here. Again we have the rhyme scheme of power and bar, a par and bar, face and disgrace, b and b. So rhyme scheme again is ab, ab. So he says in the last line it finished like the beauty is slandered with bastard name, क्योंकि beauty को slander कर दिया गया है with the same of illegitimacy. So why is it so? Because fearing the foul, because everyone is making foul the fair. Foul face is made fair. बुरे को अच्छा बना रहे, fearing the foul. How? किसके हेल्प से? With art's false borrowed face. So what is the false borrowed face? People have real face, लोगों का असली चेहरा होता है, but people change their face with the use of cosmetics. You must have seen the videos on online how with the use of cosmetic the face is completely changed, पूरा चेहरा change कर दिया जाता है. तो ये बोलते हैं, so he says कि why now beauty has been slandered with bastard name. Why beauty has been illegitimate? Why beauty is unreal? Because with the help of cosmetic, यहाँ पे art is cosmetic, with the help of cosmetic, fall is made fair, and the false borrowed face. So that's not the real face, that's the borrowed face, जो चेहरा आपने उधार लिया है किसके हेल्प से? कॉस्मेटिक के हेल्प से. And then he says why the beauty has been slandered with bastard names? Because for each hand hath put on the nature's power. क्योंकि सबके हाथ में क्या आ गया है? For each hand, सबके हाथ में क्या आ गया है? Nature's power. So what is nature's power? Nature's power is beautiful, but now everybody has taken the nature power in their hand. So natural beauty सबने अपने हाथ में ले ली है. कैसे? कॉस्मेटिक का यूज करके, जिससे लोग फेयर को फाउल बना रहे हैं. एंड विद द आर्ट दे आर क्रिएटिंग द बोरोड फेस. नाउ द पोएट क्लेम्स कि दिस बोरोड फेस that has been borrowed, so a person cannot really estimate or really believe whether the face they are seeing is the real face or the false. It just has been created. So the poet says sweet beauty hath no name. So now we have come to an age where sweet beauty, the real beauty, has no legitimate claim. It has lost its title. It has no holy bower. So earlier the natural beauty was considered sacred. It was usually compared with the sacred temple. So he says that now there is no natural beauty, and it does not have any holy bower, but it is profaned. Now it has been defiled, if not live in disgrace. And then if we say that it is not profane, now the beauty has got a disgrace, because the beauty cannot be considered real. It has been illegitimate, because seeing somebody you cannot really estimate if it's the natural beauty or it's the beauty induced by the power of the cosmetics. So in the first 2 stanza, what he talked about, he has talked about how in the earlier age the fair was considered the beautiful. Then he says that now fair is not the successive ire of being called beautiful. Why? Because now the people are being fair with the use of cosmetic, and because the ladies are using cosmetic so much that the beauty, natural beauty, has lost all its essence, and people cannot understand or believe whether it's the true beauty or not. Now comes the next 4 lines. Again we have the same rhyme scheme, black and lack. So it's A, seam and steam. So it's B. And he says, therefore, because now the white beauty, because of constant borrowing of the cosmetic, has lost its essence, and therefore my mistress' eyes are raven black. He says my mistress' eyes are not hazel blue or sky blue. My mistress' eyes are black. Her eyes so suited, and he claims that her mistress' eyes look so, and they mourner seem. Mourner means somebody who mourns on something, जो किसी पर दुख मना रहे, who are sad after something, who consoles something. So he says, my mistress' eyes are raven black, and his mistress' eyes look so as if they are mourning. What they are mourning? At such, उन लोगों को mourn कर रहे हैं who are not born fair, who are actually not born fair, who are not beautiful born, but still they don't lack beauty. Why don't they look lack beauty? Because they have used cosmetic, slandering, and with the help of the cosmetic, what they slander, what they criticize creation with the false esteem. So they are slandering the true nature with the false reputation, false creation that they have created with the help of cosmetic. So these are the next 4 lines. At last we have a couplet where we have the identical rhyme scheme. So here the poet says, yet so they mourn, still my beloved's eyes mourn in that a way, becoming of their woe, that it looks beautiful in its sorrow. Though my mistress' eyes, raven eye, black eyes, looks as if they are mourning, but still they look beautiful. And her mistress, he claims that his mistress' eyes look so beautiful that it is the new standard of the beauty, that every tongue says, that everybody who looks the eyes of his mistress say, beauty should look so. Beauty should be something like this, something natural that is not contaminated with the help of the borrowed cosmetics. So this is the poem, sonnet number 127. Thank you.